So that is American taxpayers' dollars providing water. If not for that NGO, this community will never have water. If not because of that NGO, American money, this community will not have a health center. Or if it's not because of this American money, this particular community, they will not have mosquito nets. They are dying of malaria. Then you're like, okay, great. Thank you, okay, for doing all of this with American money. But is it the responsibility of Africa, of America and American taxpayers to construct boreholes in a village in Borno or in Ekiti, somewhere in Songwater? Is it the responsibility of the American taxpayers to construct street lights for them in Zungeru, in Niger, or somewhere in a village in Katsina? What exactly is the responsibility of your own government? Why are you not mad at them? The people suffering from the HIV/AIDS, as horrible as it is, not always the fault of some, because we have had people that have contracted this HIV/AIDS stuff through sharing of sharp objects, not because of sexual carelessness or so. But it is the duty of your government. So if the politicians turn around and the money meant for healthcare, the money meant for education, money meant for infrastructure and the rest of that are being used by these rogues to buy themselves cars, to live large, where do you think your anger should be directed at? The America that says we're not giving the money out anymore, or your government? I'll leave you to that as well. Let's move a little bit forward. Today, we have received a report that the useless Ekiti police that kidnapped Dele Farotimi have decided to drop the case. They are fake, what do you call it? They are fake defamation case against Dele Farotimi. So in a court filing that we managed to get a copy of, here it is. It's a notice of discontinuance and withdrawal brought pursuant to section 108, blah, 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 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015. Take notice that the prosecution, with the leave of the Honorable Court, shall withdraw this charge against the defendant and pray that the charge be struck out. Ground upon which the application was brought, that the nominal complainant has expressed his desire to discontinue this case. That well-meaning Nigerians have intervened, right? So that means one by one, like we usually sing, we used to sing when I was in Odogbolu Grammar School back then, right? So after a football match, and you are already somewhere at, let's say you are almost like 80 minutes into the game, and we are leading. So you begin to sing one by one. They don't, they go. One by one. Hey, they don't, they go. Hey, one by one. So one by one, they are beginning to withdraw their fake, bogus charges against Dele Farotimi. And the complainant they're talking about, Afe Babanlaole, who was in the presence of Honey of Ife 2 days ago, said he would now tell his lawyers, rather, instead of him to say, I will tell the police to now withdraw the charges again, because they had no case initially. They don't have any case. 2 days ago.
To discuss with you on this topical issue that is so germane to all of us. And lo and behold, the gentleman we're talking about here is your son. He's a Yoruba man too, Dele Farotimi. But we're looking beyond this case. Baba, nobody can tarnish your name. You have passed a clear message to all and sundry. Young, old, they've learned from you. That what is in a name, in that name, is way beyond gold and silver. Protect it. You have protected it. You have told us, we have seen, we have heard you loud and clear. Combining forces with the traditional institution in which we uphold so dearly, that is what we're using to take this from you. We have heard you loud and clear. Enough, enough, and enough. Your name is intact. We have heard you. You don't joke with it. We have heard you. Nobody can spoil your name.
I am the chairman of Transparency International, based in Germany, over corruption. I've given lectures alongside with Obasanjo and others around Africa. You can see my speech in Cotonou, everywhere. They're printed. For one to come and say, I won my cases through corruption, strikes at the bottom of all I am. That was why I rejected every appeal to take the case out of court. There is nothing I'm going to gain by his imprisonment. If I sue him, there's something I'm going to gain from any so-called damages. I am not in quest of more wealth. No. Rather, on how to spend what I have for the benefit of others. When Obasanjo wrote and came here, I said no. When Buka phoned and came, I said no. I have the letters here. But on this occasion, I say yes.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
See how they make themselves feel so important. Especially that Ogunwusi, the honey of Ife. Your name can never be tarnished. Your name is made. Baba Wiri. The same way we say, if nobody say they take the title of honey, cover his crime, he should be in jail. That guy. A guy that perpetuated the biggest land scam heist in the history of land scammers in Nigeria. He's meant to be in jail. But Nigeria is a place that, the reward for criminality is to, the reward for criminality is more higher offices to cover your criminality so that you can continue to commit that criminality. It's unfortunate anyway. So they were making themselves feel so important. Apepa Banlaole too is feeling so important. Said every Obasanjo came here. Moka came here. I said no. You said no, Baba Wiri. You have no case. No case. But yeah, to make himself feel so important, is not say, oh, the honey has begged him. So because of Oriade, I forgive him. No, you didn't. No. That is what they call Ogbongbon ni agbalagba fi nsa fun maalu. Now we style. You see, when you see in Yoruba land, there's a popular say, they say, na style, the elderly we use in avoiding a cow. Normally, right, the elders will be like, they're like the machos. So when a cow is like that, So you see the elderly, we just pretend like that. I'm not running, no. I'm just avoiding you, Neo. So we would have wanted to see what you could do without you using the corrupt judicial system in that contraption, because you had no real case. What they wanted to do is to use their criminal police, right, in locking Dele Farotimi up. But unfortunately, they realized that he is such a big fish that Dele Farotimi is even bigger than what they ever imagined. The response was massive, worldwide. They didn't expect that. They did not envisage that. And guess what? It became so much. The pressure, the heat was so much that people were protesting. They were writing petitions to the King's College in London, the one that he paid £10 million to, in order to put his name in a department there in King's College in London, so that he can call that his legacy when he's long dead. People were kind of like a picketing King's College. All other people who are associated with Afe Babalaole worldwide, they were receiving emails, they were receiving petitions, left, right, and center. They didn't envisage that. They didn't expect that. All this nonsense about people begging him. Because the kidnapping of Dele Farotimi, kind of like it got blown out of proportion. The reaction all over the world was something they never expected. The backlashes, to the point that, the more they try to drag him, the more they try to even drag the nonsense defamation case, right? There's possibility that he was burning through his fake legacy. And all of us will remember that he's a corrupt lawyer that corrupted the judiciary in Nigeria. Only mofos, only wearies like them, or those who thought that these were noble men, right, will continue to see them as, and most of the people who see them as noble are members of the APC, the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, all past criminals, association of present criminals. They are the ones. So some of us, a majority of us, they have no legacy. It's legacy of criminality. Go and buy your own copy. You need to. Nigeria and its criminal justice system. Go on and read it. And hopefully, Dele Farotimi will write the volume 2, volume 3, on and on. DF, write the second, go and write the second version of this. There's another weary like that, another criminal called Irone Kwekun. Mr. Fix-It of the Nigerian judiciary. That's another criminal that would love to read his own criminality too, in corrupting the judiciary in that contraption. So yeah, the police in Ekiti said that because Afe Babalaole has withdrawn, so they are also withdrawing, because there was never a case in the first place. Yesterday, when they locked the Omoyele Sowore up, so they now charged him, remember? They charged Omoyele Sowore that he called the police IG, illegal police IG, which is true. Nigeria is a place where criminals are now in charge of the contraption. It is so sad, right? That criminals are now using the instrumentality of states to gag anyone that dares to challenge them. Anyone that dares to challenge them. They will use the instrumentality of the state to gag them, hoping that they can lock you up and use you as a deterrent to others. Okay? They do that. They believe that they can get away with just anything, even when they are breaking their own laws. The Police Act forbids the police IG to sue anyone. If I say Igbetokun is weary, right? Igbetokun cannot sue me as a police IG. He can't. But they used to break all the law anyway, because who is going to tell them? They have the judiciary that's ready to play balls with them, right? To undermine the rights of the people, and then they get away with it. So Omoyele Sowore appeared in their courts today. Meanwhile, they offered him an administrative bail. They said Sowore should go and bring a level 17 civil servant with 250 million naira properties in Abuja. How can a civil servant have 250 million? How much is the salary of a civil servant? How, if not for corruption? Right? And Sowore must submit his passport. He rejected both. So today, they took him to court. And let's go to that court. See how that played out.
Revolution.
Good morning, sir.
How does it?
Sir.
See, use this one.
Excuse me.
Give it. Let's put it. Presidential waka. Revolution. Presidential waka. This one is too small. This one.
Ridiculous, frivolous, and stupid charges like that.
I know you know the rules. You are not meant to be using foul language, but
Which rules?
the rules of journalism.
I'm not a journalist like you.
A publisher.
I'm a publisher who hires journalists, the same way Tinubu hires journalists at the Nation and TV News. Yes, but
Are you shaking?
shaking my words.
That's actually.
No, it's impossible. These are not things that are even relevant to us. So, when I was 21 years old, in 1992, when I first got arrested, I wasn't shaking. How could I be shaking 35 years later? So it's nothing.
You are invited just to like normal education,
Yeah.
and then you land in the cell or being detained.
No, I volunteered to go to the police after they sent me a letter, electronically, and they told me to fulfill some bail conditions administratively, which I outrightly rejected, opting to stay detained until the charges are properly filed. And that's all we're here.
Do you think you are going to get bail from this?
It doesn't matter, you know, it's, whatever it is, whatever will be. But even if I don't get a bail from here, it won't stop me from becoming the next president of Nigeria.
You hope on that?
Yes, seriously. Yeah. I'm not in any way declaring for presidency.
Meanwhile, it's not supposed to be anywhere near any serious business except in the palace where it's with Jester. That's where
Now we this place on this.
That's Sowore. You know? I mean, I said something about becoming more and more immune to those who are bullying you. Okay? See, when you see bullies, what the bullies want is to make you scared. Okay? And usually, if I don't know any of you who understand what it is like to be bullied. Because what you have in that contraption is some scared, low-life, weak men, all right, in power. Despite the fact that they are like low-life